Vaccine mandates. For the past few months, it's become the biggest fight in the country. I mean, aside from the Netflix CEO and everyone on Twitter. And mandates have been effective at convincing people to get the COVID vaccine, which is why everyone from the federal government to airlines to even Fox News is doing one. Yeah, that's a real thing. Fox News has a vaccine mandate, which is insane. You know, it's like seeing one of those Amish farm stands that accepts Apple Pay. Like, I'm happy, but I did not see that coming. And now, the former epicenter of the pandemic, New York City, is saying that all of its government workers need to get vaxxed, and they mean everybody.
New this morning, New York City is now requiring all city employees to be vaccinated against COVID-19, no longer with any option for weekly testing instead. The new mandate covers more than 160,000 workers, including police officers and firefighters.
We're asking our public servants and our first responders to do what they do best, lead us forward, help us out of the COVID era. If they choose not to, they go on unpaid leave.
So we're less than 2 weeks to that November 1st date. Right now, the NYPD says its vaccination rate is approximately 71%. Fire department says around 60% of their uniformed workforce have so far gotten the shot. It's a long way to go.
That's right. Anyone who works for New York City will have to be vaccinated soon. Everyone from police and firefighters all the way to the guy who makes sure that the taxis are clean. And as of now, nearly a third of all cops aren't vaccinated. And maybe they just don't know how to get vaccinated. I mean, I know it seems easy, but some cops don't even know how to turn on a body camera, so... But this is a little concerning, because any police who don't get vaccinated can't go to work. And if there's a shortage of police, I mean, that could cause some big problems. I mean, protesters can't kick the shit out of themselves. Plus, who are the Karens gonna call when they feel scared? Hello, Geek Squad? There's a black man in the park, and... What do you mean it's not your job? I want to speak to your manager. You get me the manager. Now, New York's police union has already announced that they'll be suing to stop this mandate from going into effect, which is no surprise because in every city that's announced a mandate, there's been a fierce resistance from cops and firefighters.
There has been a wave of resignations and firings in fire and police departments across the country. Los Angeles Fire reports that there have been at least 241 separations from the department. Baltimore's police department is down 279 officers. In Massachusetts, the state police union president is threatening that at least 150 state police will resign. Late yesterday, Seattle police officers and firefighters walked up City Hall steps to turn in their boots.
Yeah, that's right. They're turning in their boots. I know what you're thinking right now because I'm thinking the same thing. Wait, don't cops turn in their gun and badge? Because turning in your boots makes it sound like the police departments have the same footwear policy as a bowling alley. McDuffie, we got a robbery happening on 13th Street. What are you, size 10 and a half? All right, go get him, buddy. I gotta say, out of all the occupations, cops and firefighters are the last people who I'd expect to see this from. I mean, like, these are the same people who sign up to swarm hostage situations or run into burning buildings. But when it comes to the vaccine, suddenly they're like, I don't know, seems like a health risk. Like firefighters, they've always had an image of being brave and selfless, putting their life on the line to help others. That's what part of makes them so damn sexy. You know, and I just hope that this vaccine controversy doesn't ruin that image. Because trust me, nobody wants to buy a whiny firefighter calendar. You know, actually, I'd still buy that one. It's still pretty sexy, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, at least those officers had the courage of their convictions, right? They didn't want to follow the rules, so they quit the job. I can respect that. What's a lot more concerning is how some other officers have decided that they'd rather keep their jobs and not follow the rules.
In Los Angeles, the county sheriff said he's simply not going to enforce a vaccine deadline that was supposed to take effect today.
I don't want to be in a position to lose 5–10% of my workforce overnight.
In Chicago, responding to that city's October vaccine mandate, the head of the police union said his members won't comply. This has literally lit a bomb underneath the membership, he said. We're in America, gee damn it. We don't want to be forced to do anything, period. This ain't Nazi effing Germany.
Whoa, Nazi Germany. That dude escalated things way too quick. I mean, although he is a Chicago police officer, so it makes sense, but come on, people, gee damn it. And by the way, I didn't realize that the LA sheriff could just decide not to comply with the vaccine mandate. That's crazy. Like, is that something we're allowed to do? Because, I mean, the next time I'm pulled over, I'm just going to say, sorry, officer, I've decided not to comply with the speed limits. What's that? I'm getting shot? Here's what I find the most strange about this story. For years, police departments have been telling us that nothing is more important than protecting the lives of cops on the street, right? It's why cities have been increasing their budget to buy military-grade armor. And it's also why they can't take 30 seconds to determine if someone really is a threat before shooting them. But it turns out that there is literally nothing more dangerous to police officers right now than COVID-19. COVID, right now, as we speak, is the leading cause of death for law enforcement. In fact, since the start of the pandemic, it has killed more than 5 times the number of police that were killed by guns. So it turns out that if you do believe that Blue Lives Matter, one of the best ways to show your support is by getting the vaccine.